Kreider in German, someone who lived on newly cleared land. So the word in German means clearing, woodland cleared for settlement or cultivation.
Beginning with David, the father, he was called a progressive farmer because he used the most modern farming methods. Even though he was a Mennonite, he still went very strongly to these modern methods. And I know then that he started the mill south of town and the mill at Clear Spring. His first wife died, he had 2 wives, he had a lot of kids, and they were largely very successful. They became really the prominent citizens of Annville.
This house was built by Aaron Kreider, who was the youngest of 10 of the Kreiders that survived. Actually, there was more Kreiders than that. He became a congressman not too long after moving in here and had the shoe mill downtown, who also had shoe mills in, I think, Elizabethtown, Palmyra, Middletown. I grew up in Annville, and even as a kid used to admire all the big houses on Main Street. When we moved in, the previous owner had all the original deeds from when this was bought by Aaron Kreider as land. The original property was 3.5 acres and included a lot of the houses around us. And the story we heard was these were original molds from the shoe factory, and they were supposed to stay with the house. You know, it's just some of the things we found in the past. And a couple old pictures of the house from the 1920s when there was still a trolley running down the Main Street. The picture was taken from across the street. So it gave us a good image of what the house looked like with the porch on it. In addition, a lot of the original front porch pieces were in the barn. So we kind of knew what the pieces looked like, and it made it easier to restore the porch.
One of the reasons the trustees wanted Kreiderheim to be restored and to be so attractive was because they saw it, and we certainly saw it, as an opportunity to build community for the college, for the college in Annville. The house and this property is, I think, viewed as something that has a value to the entire Annville, the greater Annvilles.
I tend to look at these homes, these older buildings, as resources. They're historic resources.
People need to see what was there before them, you know, need to realize that a lot came before them.
I think that having contemporary buildings and historical buildings in the same community enables you to always have your imagination engaged, and that you can always think back to how things were at the same time that you're really living in the present. And that's vital.
And when you start digging into the history and learn about the different time periods, it's fascinating. And it's just nice to be a part of history in some form or another. And I think when you preserve something and you preserve the past, but you get it in good shape so that it will stand the test of time, that's worth doing.